Have you ever noticed that when it comes to the best heart-healthy diet, everyone suddenly becomes an expert? One person swears you need to ditch carbs and go full carnivore. Another insists you must avoid meat completely. Then you've got the Mediterranean lovers, the DASH followers, the paleo crowd, and the confusion just keeps growing. But here's the truth nobody talks about, and this is organic awakening, so we're keeping it real. A diet only works if you can actually live with it. A rigid plan you abandon in frustration does nothing for your heart. What truly transforms your cardiovascular health is a way of eating that's nourishing, realistic, and sustainable for your life. Because a pretty great diet you follow forever will always beat the perfect diet you quit after 6 months. And that's why today's video is different. We're cutting through the noise and focusing on the foods that repeatedly show up in real research, the ones linked to stronger arteries, lower inflammation, and slower plaque buildup, no matter what diet tribe you come from. We'll uncover the foods that actually move the needle, the ones that pretend to be heart-friendly but aren't, and then we'll go even deeper with the type of exercise and the one supplement that studies suggest can speed up plaque reversal even more. Stay with me till the end, because once you understand these simple foundations, your heart will never be the same again. Understanding how plaque actually forms. Before choosing the right foods, you need a clear picture of how plaque builds up in the first place. It's much more complex than just high cholesterol or high blood sugar. Plaque develops from a perfect storm of factors: damage to the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels, LDL particles, especially those carrying ApoB, slipping through the vessel wall, oxidation of those particles from inflammation and free radicals, the immune system rushing in to repair the area, which actually triggers more buildup, high oxidative stress, which keeps the cycle going, high blood pressure, which stresses the vessel walls, a disrupted nitric oxide pathway affecting how vessels relax and heal. So the most effective heart-supporting foods are the ones that can lower ApoB-carrying LDL, calm inflammation, boost nitric oxide, protect the endothelium, and reduce oxidative stress all at once. Lycopene-rich foods, a repeated pattern in research. Across dozens of studies and meta-analyses, foods high in lycopene consistently stand out. Lycopene is a powerful carotenoid found in naturally red and pink fruits and vegetables. Some of the richest sources include tomatoes and tomato paste, watermelon, pink grapefruit, guava, papaya. Lycopene works as a potent antioxidant, neutralizing the reactive oxygen species that damage blood vessels and accelerate plaque formation. Higher carotenoid levels have been linked to slower progression of early atherosclerosis. Research from Finland even suggests processed tomato products may help reduce carotid artery plaque. What's fascinating is that lycopene becomes even more bioavailable when heated, meaning tomato sauce, tomato paste, and roasted tomatoes may provide a stronger benefit than raw tomatoes. Phytosterols, nature's smart cholesterol hack. Another powerful theme across heart health research is phytosterols, natural plant compounds structurally similar to cholesterol. They're primarily found in nuts, especially pistachios and almonds, seeds, especially flax and sesame, legumes, whole grains, leafy greens, carrots, broccoli, avocados, and many fruits. Because phytosterols resemble cholesterol, they compete with it during digestion, reducing how much is absorbed. But the real magic happens afterwards. When your liver senses that less cholesterol is being absorbed from food, it responds by pulling more LDL particles out of your bloodstream. Over time, this reduces the number of ApoB-carrying LDL particles circulating through your arteries, the particles most strongly associated with plaque formation according to large meta-analyses and genetic studies. Multiple reviews show phytosterols can lower LDL by around 14 milligrams per deciliter on average, a meaningful drop without medication.
Flavonoid-rich foods, a powerful ally for plaque reversal. One of the most important groups of nutrients for supporting healthier arteries is flavonoids, natural compounds abundant in colorful fruits and vegetables. You'll find them in berries, apples, oranges, onions, leafy greens, and even in high-quality dark chocolate. Flavonoids are incredibly helpful because they work right at the root of plaque formation. Plaque begins when LDL particles get trapped and damaged inside the lining of your blood vessels. These particles become oxidized, the area turns sticky, and white blood cells rush in to fix the scene, which actually increases inflammation and contributes to plaque growth. Flavonoids disrupt this harmful cycle. They reduce the expression of adhesion molecules, meaning they make the vessel walls less sticky. When fewer immune cells latch onto the damaged area, inflammation naturally drops. Even more interesting, flavonoids help immune cells operate more calmly and effectively, decreasing the oxidation of LDL and slowing plaque progression. A special subgroup of flavonoids called catechins, found abundantly in green and black tea, stands out even more. A large meta-analysis reviewing 9 prospective studies found that drinking 3 or more cups of green or black tea per day was linked to a 21% lower risk of stroke compared to drinking less than 1 cup. That's a powerful protective effect from something as simple as a daily tea ritual. Extra virgin olive oil, liquid gold for your arteries. Another nutrient-dense powerhouse that repeatedly shows up in heart health research is extra virgin olive oil. High consumption is strongly associated with fewer major cardiovascular events, including heart attacks and strokes. Why? Extra virgin olive oil contains polyphenols, potent antioxidants that calm inflammation, monounsaturated fats shown to support metabolic and heart health, and compounds that improve endothelial function, helping the inner lining of your arteries stay strong and flexible. This combination helps smooth out areas of damage, reduce oxidative stress, and improve insulin sensitivity. In other words, olive oil doesn't just support your heart, it targets multiple stages of plaque development at the same time. Fatty fish, targeting plaques through omega-3s. Foods like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These fatty acids have some of the strongest evidence for supporting heart and vascular health. Research shows that eating fatty fish 1 to 3 times per week is linked to a lower risk of heart disease and stroke. And the famous multi-ethnic study of atherosclerosis found that higher DHA levels were associated with a 12% lower risk of carotid plaque progression, the type of plaque that can trigger strokes. Omega-3s help by calming the inflammatory immune response that fuels plaque growth, increasing nitric oxide production, improving vessel flexibility, and stabilizing plaques, making them less likely to rupture and cause clots. This makes fatty fish a high-value food for anyone wanting to protect or improve arterial health. Heart-healthy foods that are actually problematic. Supporting arterial health is not just about adding the right foods, it's about removing the ones that quietly harm your vessels. Highly inflammatory foods accelerate oxidative stress, worsen blood sugar control, and strain the endothelial lining. Some of the biggest offenders include processed carbohydrates, pastries, breakfast cereals, sweetened snacks, high sugar foods, especially those marketed as healthy, flavored yogurts loaded with added sugars, granola bars and breakfast bars disguised in clean or natural packaging, fruit juices even when labeled no added sugar. Juice is especially tricky. Even when sugars are natural, they come in a highly concentrated form without the fiber that slows down absorption. Fresh fruit is supportive. Fruit juice is often a fast path to blood sugar spikes and more inflammation. The best exercise proven to reduce plaque. Diet is foundational, but movement accelerates the benefits dramatically. And one type of exercise stands out: high-intensity interval training, or HIIT. A randomized controlled study published in the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology found that just 6 months of supervised HIIT produced a significant reduction in plaque volume, even slightly outperforming what researchers typically observe from statin therapy interventions. Because plaque develops over decades, we don't yet know exactly how these changes translate into long-term clinical outcomes, but the early results are groundbreaking. The supplement with real evidence: aged garlic extract. Among supplements, one option has consistently shown promise: aged garlic extract.
2 high-quality randomized controlled trials found that it helps stabilize vulnerable plaques, slows the progression of coronary artery calcification, and supports healthier blood pressure. This makes aged garlic extract one of the few natural supplements with measurable effects on plaque behavior and cardiovascular markers. A powerful bonus strategy, sauna therapy. While direct evidence for plaque regression is limited, sauna therapy has strong indirect support. Studies link regular sauna use with improved endothelial function, better blood pressure control, lower overall inflammation, significant reductions in all-cause mortality. Most evidence comes from observational and mechanistic research, but the cumulative data is compelling enough to consider sauna therapy as a meaningful lifestyle tool, especially when combined with the dietary and movement strategies above. When you start weaving these foods, habits, and daily choices into your life, something incredible happens. Your heart doesn't just stay afloat, it begins to thrive. You feel lighter, clearer, more energized, and more connected to your own vitality. And remember, transformation isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Small steps, repeated daily, can reshape the trajectory of your heart health in ways most people never realize. If today's guidance from Organic Awakening sparked something in you, don't just let it fade. Let it be the beginning of a new chapter. Your heart is ready for that next level of strength, clarity, and longevity. You just have to decide to take the first step. Stay inspired, stay intentional, and above all, stay committed to the version of you that you know you're growing into. Your heart will thank you every single day.